So I went around the school and I asked a couple people what are their favorite apps and what apps do they not like. So let's see what they have to say.
My favorite app is 8-Ball Pool.
Instagram, Clash of Clans.
2048.
My favorite app is Instagram.
I have to say 8-Ball Pool.
Snapchat. My favorite app is Slater.
8-Ball is life. It's fun. You just play instead of listening to your teachers.
Because I get to see how people's day was by them posting pictures, and you know people try to flex on Instagram.
Because I dominate.
It's good for like academic skills, I guess.
Take photography and share whatever you want.
It's just a fun game.
I always have fun with it, and it's like just fun news.
Slater is my favorite app because it gives me answers to my homework.
Tumblr.
A useless app, Flappy Bird.
What's a useless app? School.
Like Flappy Bird.
Facebook.
The stupid stocks app.
Probably the compass.
The compass.
Tumblr's so retarded. I think it's stupid. A bunch of depressed people who just want to post about it.
Because if you already got a high score, there's no point in you keep doing it, and it's not gonna get you nothing.
No one ever does it anymore. People are too addicted to it.
Not as many people are on it like they were back then a few years ago. It hasn't really stepped up its game since then. It's ended up like MySpace.
We're kids, we don't use that.
I don't know, I'll probably never need a compass.
Nobody needs a compass when you have Google Maps.
Okay, the weirdest thing I had happen this year was the student who kept coming in during the 6th period wanting to film everything.
The weirdest thing that happened to me this year is all the interviews that I had to do.
Okay, so the weirdest thing that I experienced this year was in Mast, and we had a 50-gallon tank. We repaired the tank, or so we thought, and we filled it up to test it out. It started to bow out, and one of my brilliant students decided to test its strength by hitting the side of it. The hit caused the entire tank to implode all over the floor, and it was 50 gallons of water everywhere. And it was crazy, and I couldn't stop laughing, and it was just madness.
When we were on our LA trip, I was checking on some of the boys' rooms, and they came out running scared, and they said that just something weird happened, so we checked out, opened up the room, and all the chairs were just stacked up on each other. They thought it was just the ghost or something, but I thought it was the maid.
The weirdest thing that happened to me this year was being stalked by some of my senior students. They Googled my address and then texted me one day saying, hey, we're gonna be at your house in 20 minutes. And then they were at my house in 20 minutes and they wanted to meet my dog, so I brought my dog down for them to say hi. Then I told them to go away. So that was probably the weirdest thing that happened to me this year.
Okay, so last week, my TV kept turning on for no reason. Like, I wasn't pressing the remote, and everyone swears that they weren't turning it on. It just kept turning on by itself, so we had to unplug it. And then the day after we unplugged the TV, my projector started turning on right by itself. So I'm thinking maybe there's something supernatural going on around here.
So the weirdest thing that's happened to me this year is right around October every year, especially by Halloween, my classroom is haunted, and there's a ghost named Billy that comes in here. He went to school here and he died, fortunately, tragically, but his body was donated to science, so we look at pieces of his body under a microscope. But as we're doing that, the walls get banged on, the ceiling rattles, and my computer was taken over, and all my classes are super freaked out by it.
We have a new teacher that's really sweet, and he or she is a really nice person. And this is what happened. The new teacher came to me and said, Mrs. Menzier, can you give me some advice? I said, I'd love to give you some advice. I've been here 20 years and I think I've seen it all. She or he said, I had a student that the bell rang and I was talking to the students and I said, I'm going to, listen, just a minute. There was a student that was upset. They weren't immediately dismissed. So the student crawled out the window and went to catch the bus. And I just said, oh my goodness, I've not heard of that one. So not only did it happen once, but twice to the same teacher. I have never heard of this before, that they wanted out of the classroom so badly that they jumped out the window. Now we have locks on the window.
Weirdest thing? I don't know. Having a kid pee in a bottle in my class. That was weird. Having a guy whip out pills that would help his body grow in a certain place. That one was an interesting one. A few things that are very memorable for me this year. Two of my most memorable moments.
What you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be proud. Hey guys!
We were left with the studio. Many skits thrown away with just for a show. And the walls kept the noises out in the room that we record. Great light shine above the desk, bringing glares to the screen. But if you hit record, do you almost feel like you've rehearsed it all? And if you hit record, does it almost feel like we've rehearsed before? How are we supposed to finish with this time? How are we supposed to finish with this time? Filmed for days and lost in all the fun. In the room as the noise created audio. And the walls kept the noises out in the room that we record. Great light shine above the desk, bringing glares to the screen. But if you hit record, do you almost feel like you've rehearsed it all? And if you hit record, does it almost feel like we've rehearsed before? How are we supposed to finish with this time? How are we supposed to finish with this time? Oh, should we record the show or the skit? Oh, should we record the show or the skit? And the walls kept the noises out in the room that we record. Great light shine above the desk, bringing glares to the screen. But if you hit record, do you almost feel like you've rehearsed it all? And if you hit record, does it almost feel like we've rehearsed before? How are we supposed to finish with this time? How are we supposed to finish with this time? If you hit record, do you almost feel like you rehearsed it all?